Bernie Sanders because he keeps his gold well hidden. We can also observe the difference in the media playbook with terrorist attack by Islamists versus terror attacks committed by a white guy with a gun. The response to Islamist terror is sadly well rehearsed in my country. Thoughts and prayers, a candlelit vigil in a public space, stage a Muslim solidarity event, Muslim women handing out roses, turn off the lights on the Eiffel Tower, warn that the main concern is now Islamophobia and hate crimes towards Muslims. Contrast this with the response to terror committed by a white guy with a gun. Blame Trump. Whatever happened to those thoughts and prayers? Blame the NRA. This was where the candlelit vigil bit was supposed to happen. Demand weapons confiscation or a weapons ban. Well, hold on a minute. Last time we just turned off the lights on the Eiffel Tower. No one talked about banning trucks from jihadis. Blame all white people. Call all white supremacists. Make white bad. And it's this last point that's most stark. After Islamist terror attacks, we are warned repeatedly, specifically, not to blame all Muslims, to the point a representative of the religion of peace feels confident enough to say of 9/11, some people did something. But after a white guy goes on a shooting rampage, all whites are to blame. Celebrity faces start apologizing for their whiteness. It's not enough to simply observe the hypocrisy of the thing. We have to resist this narrative being hardwired into us, that white is bad, all other good. George Orwell's Animal Farm, 4 legs good, 2 legs bad. The simplicity of the mantra is revealing in itself, and there is no doubt it is working. Take the mosque attack in New Zealand, filmed with the precision of a professional cameraman. In March, 51 Muslims sadly lost their lives in a mass shooting event in 2 mosques in New Zealand. By July, the government was collecting in their guns. We can all agree the attack was horrific, but the response in country was so geared towards Islamic supremacy, it could have been crafted by the caliphate themselves. Synagogues and churches closed their doors. The Prime Minister and female politicians covered their heads. Muslim greetings and prayers replaced the country's own. The Islamic call to prayer was boomed out across the country and in Trafalgar Square, too, in the heart of London. Mass mourning events attended by British royalty. Anyone involved in the incident given immediate citizenship and all of their family members. The parliamentary prayer was changed to remove the words Jesus Christ in order to be more inclusive. And a weapons ban was immediately imposed, and New Zealanders were told to hand in their weapons, which many dutifully did. For the cost of 51 Muslim lives, New Zealand became an Islamic outpost, prepared to cover its women, disarm its citizens, and change its prayers. If I were working for the Islamic Caliphate, not only would I be in real deep cover, but in a war against Christians and Jews, how would I assess such an outcome? It is incredible how willingly New Zealand knelt down, just as Britain continues to cow down before a religion seeking to change it beyond all recognition. How easy we relinquish our freedoms, and yet how hard the fight to recover them once lost. In Hong Kong, protesters gather in their millions to protest against a new law forcing extradition to mainland China for those suspected of committing an offence. Protesters endure beatings, tear gas, arrest, imprisonment, snatch squads, the real threat of another Tiananmen Square. And yet today, 1.7 million individuals still gathered to fight back lest their freedom be taken away. And yet we seem to roll over, supplicant, proffering up our weapons, bowing our head to some guilt we were told we were supposed to feel. 2 legs bad, 4 legs good. America must fight right now with the determination of the protesters in Hong Kong, taking smoke grenades to the face or batons to the body. We must fight with the immediacy of those in South Africa preparing to make a last stand or to die in their boots for the love of their land. And yet we wait. They take our freedom to speak without penalty. Another voice is disappeared, and yet we wait. They ban weapons and confiscate guns wherever there is strength, and yet we wait. Will we wait as their installed leaders change our prayer book and our anthem, and new Americans imported for their votes applaud and vote them all the way to the mosque and the multi-faith prayer room on Capitol Hill? The time is now. The time for self-protection is gone.